In a kingdom where sons were prized like gold and daughters like dust, a little girl was born. Her name was Bari. The kingdom rejoiced when the queen went into labor. The astrologers had promised a son, one who would rule the land with wisdom and strength. But when the cries of a newborn echoed through the marble halls, a midwife emerged with sorrow in her eyes. It was a girl. The king's heart turned cold. This was not the legacy he had begged the gods for, not the heir his ancestors had demanded. He looked upon the infant child, small, soft, crying, and in his silence thundered a cruel sentence. So he cast her away. The queen wept but said nothing. Fear chained her voice, and so the baby girl was left beyond the palace gates, like a broken wish carried away by the wind. Years passed. The kingdom grew richer but colder. None brought the peace the king had once imagined. Then, a great illness swept the land. The king and queen fell deathly ill. The shamans performed sacred dances. The monks chanted night and day, but nothing worked. In desperation, the royal oracle declared, "Only the water of life can save them, but it lies far beyond this world." Who would go? Not the sons, not the priests, not even the spirits dared cross the 7 gates of the underworld. Just then footsteps echoed through the great hall. A woman stepped forward. She wore robes of simple linen. Her hair was wild from the wind.
"I will go!"
Gasps rippled through the chamber. The ministers leaned in. It was Bari, the daughter they had left to die. She bore no hatred, no anger, only the quiet power of love. Without another word, she turned and walked away, into the unknown. Her journey began through the 7 hells, realms of torment and test. She walked across rivers of fire, where voices of the damned screamed with every splash. Through fields of sorrow where thorned vines clutched at her feet, whispering her name. At the river of souls, she gave her only possession, a strand of her hair. She crossed bridges made of bone, watched by eyes that remembered every sin of her ancestors. Demons appeared, their breath thick with forgotten griefs. They tried to devour her memories, her childhood, her face, her purpose. But she held on to one thought: they need me. And then in the deepest cave of the underworld she saw it. A single flower. It bloomed from a jagged crack in the black volcanic stone, its petals radiant with otherworldly light. In the palace courtyard, beneath the pale morning sun, Bari knelt beside the dying king and queen. Her once tattered robes now shimmered with quiet power. The ministers stood still. The ancient healers wept. She poured the water of life into their hands. Light bloomed through their bodies. The king opened his eyes for the first time with tears. The queen clutched Bari's hand and whispered,
"Forgive us."
Bari did not speak. She smiled and vanished into the wind. From that day on, the people told her story of the daughter left behind, who returned with the gift of healing. She became a divine guide, the one who leads lost souls across the river, not out of duty, but out of love. If you enjoyed the story, like, share, and subscribe.